So they knew where I was, or they knew where I was going at all times before I would even get there. One, because I didn't switch anything up. I had the same patterns. Because again, I felt like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. So, also felt like, I'm minding my business. And I underestimated the situation. I didn't care about these people. I didn't realize the magnitude of the situation. I knew it was strange. I knew it was weird to have people stalk you with that amount of people on a daily basis. And I knew it was strange for people to want to take your picture every minute of the day, all day, every day. But I still didn't really care or feed into it. There's one right there. I mean, most of the people, if you could see the people in traffic right now, most of them is a part of this cult or a part of this group of people. Why do I say that? Because it's the same vehicles, same cars, same license plate, and being that it's been over a year, they kind of have this same look about them. Most of them try to blend in and seem normal, but I realize a lot of these people, I start to realize after a while, a lot of these people are not normal at all. You put it together, you like, who's a group, who through process of elimination, or you try to anyway, who would send somebody out here to waste that type of money? Who would have the resources to hire all of these people? To send them out here in the first place? A lot of them, man, be having these strange faces and heads and funny shaped heads. I know a lot of people, have that regardless, but these people, there's something different about these people, man. I ain't gonna lie. I know most of them not human, man. I know, just by the way they look, you can tell they're not human. But then the way they act, the lack of reasoning, the lack of compassion, the lack of caring. I know people do things for money. But like I said, this is something extra. But to get back to what I was saying, after a while, when they increased the number of people, I said to myself, this is beyond the scope of just doing workers' comp surveillance. There's got to be some type of agency, some type of governmental agency, rogue agency, rogue law enforcement, corrupt law enforcement to be out here doing what they do. Now, mind you, I've been seeing dark tinted windows, unmarked vehicles, riding alongside these individuals in and out. A lot of them that would come inside the stores and the gas station, you could tell right away they were some type of law enforcement or ex-law enforcement. Then it was before a while I started seeing military plates, veteran plates, Marines and Special Forces type stuff. That's how I started realizing, man, they got a bunch of people participating from all walks of life, all ethnicity, all age groups, all skin colors, male and female, young, old, black, white, Asian, Spanish, male, female. I'm like, okay, that's why I was thinking there's got to be some type of agency that's employing them that have the resources to do that, but who will go through great length, especially after my workers' comp was done in February. Now, it's one thing for them to follow you around in traffic, sandwich you in, block you in, harass you, but then it got to the point where when my workers' comp wrapped up, after I talked to Detective Cartier in January, Workers' comp wrapped up in February, so I said, all right. The whole time I'm in Gwinnett County hustling, doing DoorDash, I said to myself, I'm gonna get out of Gwinnett and I'm gonna go to Marietta, to get away from these crazy people. And those are two different counties for those that don't know and not familiar with Georgia. I left Gwinnett County and one just tried to run in front of me, hit my car just now as well. But I don't be playing these games, letting them bully me like that. But I left Gwinnett and I went to Cobb County and I checked into the Motel 6 and I told the management and people there, because I have been going there for a long time. I have been going there for a long time when I come off the road. And I have been going there for a long time when I come off the road. So they knew me there. I said, listen, a group of people are gonna follow me over here. They're gonna come follow me. They're gonna check in everywhere I go. They go. Everybody I told that to, they probably thought I was crazy or kidding or joking. But he said, okay, we'll keep our eye out. Sure enough. But mind you, I normally could easily request a room on the side of the hotel that I wanted to stay on. And they would grant it or allow it, right? I went to ask them for the highway side, and all of a sudden they said, well, that side no longer available. It's been shut down by the owner who reserved it for his family members when they come in from out of town. I thought that was strange because we had all these rooms that was empty and available. A few days later, I kid you not, all the people, individuals, same cars that had been following me in Gwinnett County had shut down the entire highway side of the Motel 6 back in February, March, all the way through April. And they was there even after I left. There was a short black woman with gold hair. Now normally, police work with the motels here to see if people got warrants and asking for information that they're not supposed to ask them for. And I believe Motel 6 was sued back in 2012 for giving people's personal information over to police officers, getting them arrested and locked up and stuff. But normally you'll see one or two squad cars, one or two cars in the parking lot, especially at night. When these people have followed me over there, police was nowhere in sight. Normally they out there every single night. Police was nowhere in sight, and if they did show up, they was across the street all of a sudden instead of hanging out at the motel. Meanwhile, the motel highway side was shut down with all of these people. So I would go out there every other night and I would record, just like I had been doing, when I was in Gwinnett County during the day. I would record these people following me, jumping in front of me, stuff like that. Same license plate, same vehicle, same. Now, what I did notice during the day is that instead of the police being out there at night, because what they was doing is they were surveilling, walking past my door with dogs all night long. And I started putting cameras in my window because what used to be a decent motel, quiet, respectful, all of a sudden they was allowing things that they normally didn't allow, right? So now I put cameras in my window because all these people checked in with dogs, pit bulls, whatever. And it's like they was training them to attack my door. These people always stop in front of my motel door and just let their dogs bark, or they would carry on loud, unnecessary conversations in front of my door. And I'm saying to myself, even when they was talking on the phone, I think, why you not standing in front of your room? Why you always stopping in front of my door? You know? So I know it was these people sent to do that. So when I put the camera in my window, after a while, management complained. And instead of just saying, hey, can you please remove it, it seemed like they already had a speech ready. This is our motel, this is our property, and you got to take the camera out the window. You don't take the camera out the window, then, you can check out that type thing. And I'm like, whoa. First I just want to know what's the issue and why I can't have the camera in my window. I got these people walking past my door, making all this loud, strange noises all times of night. I got people walking around my car with dogs, sniffing my car. One guy was in a hoodie back, around February, March. He was out there every night. One of them rogue agents of people, whoever he was. I assume. I can only assume who he was, if he was, corrupt, law enforcement, whatever. But this guy went in my car, and I wasn't able to catch him. But when I went out one morning, the panel to my back seat was laying in my back seat. It's like they had ripped it off. And mind you, the guy that I said his name was Vito, pretending he wanted to buy my Acura, he had dropped his keys in my car. So I had suspected that they had something in my car that they needed to get out, or was trying to get out, or was trying to put in, And my whole panel for the back seat was detached and laying in my back seat. So, I needed to have cameras up to see what was going on around my car in the parking lot, to see who was, walking past my door all times of night with their dog, all that kind of stuff. And again, I repeat, none of this stuff I'm making up because I got the footage. It was at a point where, look at this car. Look how slow this car is just driving in front of me. That's one of them. That's what they do. And by the way, that license plate CAI 6361, that's one of them. Right now I'm driving on the interstate. This is what they do. Look how much space he got in front of him. But look how he's trying to drive extra slow in front of me. You see him? Look at all that space. But look how he's slowing down. This is what they do. Even worse a lot of times. See him? Devil. That's what I call the devil. I left Marietta, came back to Gwinnett, and same thing. It wasn't over with. The workers' comp was over with. The surveillance should have been over with, but it wasn't. They just kept coming. They never stopped. A few weeks ago, I'm probably skipping some of the story. I think After that, I checked into the Motel 6 on Peachtree Industrial in Norcross. That was a few months ago. Same thing. Used to be a decent Indian family, Indian supervisor. They know me as well. Between Marietta and Norcross, I would check into these motels when I come off the road, depending on where I was going to dispatch from and where I had to park. So I told the Indian guy, I think his name was Patel, hey man, it's going to be a bunch of people following me over here. They've been following me for over a year. All right, we don't tolerate, anything bad at this motel. Anything happens, I keep an eye out. We'll call the police. I said, okay. It wasn't long. A few days after I checked in, same cars, same vehicle, same license plate. So, one of the Caucasian guys, I would see him in traffic every single day, riding alongside of me. Then he go check in over there when I do. I go to my car to get something. He come in the parking lot at the same time, check his car. So I approached him when we went back in the hallway. I said, hey man, who you work for? His chest, his heart started beating. I said, man, who you work for? By this time I'm annoyed, I'm frustrated, I'm aggravated. I'm like, man, I'm sick of these people. So-called people. He like, what? I said, man, who you work for? I see you out there following me every day. He says, I ain't gotta tell you shit. Nervously, he said that. He watching my hand the whole time. And see, it's different when they by themselves versus when they cowards in this group. All of them cowards to me, because it take all of these people to gang up on one person. But when you get them by themselves, they nervous and they different. But he was watching my hand the whole time because I had it inside by my side. And I'm not a troublemaker and I don't bother nobody. I'm not a tough guy, none of that stuff. I despise bullies. I hate bullies. You know what I'm saying? So he says, I ain't got to tell you what he said, right? So then he gets off the elevator. Because he get on the elevator, I get on the elevator. He see me get on the elevator. He don't know what's going on. He gets off the elevator and he takes the stairs. He on the same floor as I am. He parked next to me. He check in. He on the same floor. So they obviously request the same floor to be close to where I am. But he a few doors down on the opposite side of the hallway. He's watching me. And he goes into his room. I go into mine. He goes into his. Few seconds later, I see him through the peephole walk down to my door. And I'm standing on the other side of the door. But he quickly glanced at my door. He walks down from his room to my door. Then he turns around and he goes back to his room. Oh, but he did say, he lied and said he was a chef. And I had said, this is when we was downstairs when I first approached him. After he said, I'm not going to tell you shit. Then he says, I'm a chef. I said, so you a chef out there following me 7 days a week? And then that's when he gets off the elevator, takes the stairs, and then he walks down to my room. I'm looking at him through the peephole, then he goes back. But majority of the people that checked in with these dogs and these decrepit looking people and these strange looking female women and men, and I'm like, man, I talked to the Patel guy, Indian guy. Say, hey man, you find anything out? You got any info for me? No, I don't have any info for you. By then his demeanor completely changed. He said stuff like, I don't believe you. I don't think anyone's following you. And I'm like, well, I told you they are. No, I don't believe you. So at that point I knew they got to him and they turned him as well. And this is what they constantly do. Even my mechanic, been going to him for years. When my car was breaking down, he looked out for me when I didn't have the money because they wasn't paying me my disability. We always had a cool relationship. That was my guy. During the winter season, his business had slowed down, and I remember it slowing down because he says to me, man, things are slow, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And I'm thinking, well, I need to help him out, create some flyers, stuff like that. But then I started noticing the people that was following me take their cars over there, same license plate. So it was the same people that followed me over there, right? It was the same people following me over there. So he had switched up on me, the Indian guy. And a few weeks ago, about a month ago now, they started using frequency microwave type technology. I don't know how they was able to lock on to my body type or whatever the case is. All I know, early on, they had people at the library. They sent people to the library. They sent people to the library that was sitting there with laptop and software, and I could see on their laptop they had some type of software where they had like different parts of the body, and like the software was almost like Visio or like CAD, where they design schematics and blueprints. It's kind of like that. That's what it looked like compared to me anyway. And I started saying to myself, this whole year was a test run, was practice. The reason why they follow me every single day, 7 days a week, always putting their phone in my face, always taking my picture, etc., etc. Now that we're in June, July, August, when they get next, they have to be next to me, and it's almost like they putting in the coordinates on location, general location, with them being next to me, and also by pointing the phone, they're using some type of frequency, microwave type, radiation type thing, right? Where they're trying to induce heart attack, stroke, discomfort, stuff like that. So, I said to Patel, I said, listen, man, whoever's downstairs, I keep hearing them move equipment. And what they do is, they sandwich you in my case, being at the motel, they would get the room next to me on the left. They would get the room next to me on the right. They would get the upstairs if on the downstairs floor. Whether it's first or second, they'll get the third floor. If you're on the second, they'll get the first floor and the third floor. So they'll sandwich you in on all sides. And once they sandwich you in on all sides, they now are able to use this technology to pump through the walls. And again, you might think what I'm saying is crazy, but they started using this technology. I would hear them on the other side of the wall. Most rooms, motels, the beds are aligned on the wall. So I would hear them lining shit up on the wall. I would hear them downstairs when I go use the restroom. I would hear them upstairs. Everywhere I went, every room I went to, sink area, restroom, wherever, here these people will always come and line up. And you could hear them move. When I took a shower, I could hear the people next door putting something in the bathtub. Yeah, it sounds crazy. Yeah, it sounds weird, but it's real. That's what they was doing. I wish I was making it up, but I'm not. Even to the point where recently I went online to see that other people is kind of dealing with similar things, where they say targeted individuals or microwave technology. But I'm at the point now where I realize, a few Fridays ago, 2 weeks ago, I went to the FBI, and I guess they closed at 5. I got there around 4:15, 4:15, filled out the complaint. I was told at the security check-in or the security gate window that a duty officer was coming downstairs. Duty officer never came. Security guard said, well, it's almost 5. You got here around 4:30. You might want to come back tomorrow. I went there on a Thursday. I didn't get a chance to go back on that Friday. Frequencies is meant to induce some type of discomfort or heart attack, right? So I told Patel, the Indian guy, whoever's downstairs, they have some type of equipment that they're using. And I said I was going to call the police. He said, well, before you call the police, you got to let me know first. And I'm thinking to myself, nah, if something going on, I'm I'm gonna call the police. Because if I let him know, being that he switched up on me after all these years of us dealing with each other, it's clear that he working with him. Or it's clear that they influenced him in some kind of way. Like I said, used to be decent. The grandfather, the old guy, the elder guy who be walking around with small kids. Every day this dude be looking at me strange, man, and pointing to another Indian guy. Like, there he go, that's him. They never did that before. They didn't pay me no mind before. Now all of a sudden, one of the elder Indian dudes walking past my door, checking my door. Just a whole bunch of weird stuff.